Thanks again, everyone, for joining with us today. I'm Caleb Big, a senior client advisor here at Faye. And again, thanks for joining our workshop here on the Faye Agent Builder for Sugar. Also joining me is Chin Ogba. She is a senior consultant here at Faye and heads up our product team here at Faye as well. Go to the next slide. So in terms of the agenda for today's call, I'll just do a couple of slides on a quick background on Faye, kind of who we are, how we work with our clients. We'll talk about the problem that a lot of sales reps and CRM users are seeing and using a CRM today. And we'll talk about the solution, which is the Faye Agent Builder. From there, we'll kind of jump into the actual demo where Chin's going to go through some specific use cases that we've built out that we've seen some other clients have success with. At the end, we'll kind of come back to the slide deck to talk through how easy it is to get started with FAB or Faye Agent Builder and how we can really get you up and running, with your own agents, within just a couple of days. If anyone has any questions, there is a chat within the tool here, so you can put your questions in there. We'll try to answer them all at the end, or we can follow up afterwards as well. So quick background on Faye. So our tagline is some eat steak, we eat software. Really what it means is that we work with our clients to help them get the most out of whatever system that they are using. So we are an elite partner with Sugar. We have been a partner with Sugar for about the past 15 years or so. We've been the top partner with Sugar about the last 5 or 6 years. And last year we won the top customer growth performance award and the new logo partner of the year award. As a company, we have an AI practice as well, where we partner with various different AI solutions that are out there, which are all of those logos on the bottom, if you recognize any of those. And also as a company, we are SOC 2 Type 2 compliant, and we're HIPAA compliant as a company as well. So how we work with our clients, so we help them with their overall strategy across CRM, CX, AI, and IT. We do software optimization with our clients. A lot of clients will have been using maybe a CRM or a CX platform for a very long time, and they'll come to us to find ways to optimize it, make it better, make sure they're getting more out of their investment. So what we'll do is to kind of take a step back on things, understand the challenges that they're having, maybe rebuild the system based on the challenges that they're having, come up with a roadmap for how to achieve that optimization, and then we'll execute that optimization roadmap with you. We also offer implementation services across all various different CRM and CX platforms. We do integrations all the time. We have tons of off-the-shelf integrations to ERP systems like NetSuite, QuickBooks, Sage, and so on. And we also do custom integrations all the time. We also offer ongoing support, so it's really not enough to just implement a new software. Ongoing support really helps it sing and really helps you get the most out of it. So taking the feedback from your users, implementing change into the system, and making sure that it's adopted over time is what we've seen a lot of success with our clients. Go to the next slide, Chin. So this brings us to kind of the Faye Agent Builder portion of this. So really what we've seen the problem is in working with CRMs over the course of the last 15 years or so is that sales reps are typically drowning in data, but they're starving for insights. I'm a sales rep myself. I talk to a lot of other sales reps, and generally there's just too much data for sales reps to have to take in and too much manual work to do inside of a CRM. There's tons of use cases for this, but if you think about having to prepare for meetings, you have to search through account records and meeting records and opportunity records, emails. You might have to reach out to other people within your organization to find the answers that you're looking for, which takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of manual effort away from selling. If I'm a sales rep and I get a new lead that comes into the website, I have to find that person on LinkedIn. I have to find out what they do for that company, what really makes them, what would make them successful. I have to find out more about the company, all information that I have to find out on the web before I can even talk to that prospect and be prepared to talk to them to have a meaningful conversation. If I'm selling a ton of products and I want to upsell someone on a new product or a new service, I generally have to go into the ERP system to find that account. I have to comb through records and records of product sales history to find what they bought from us, what they haven't bought from us, understand the trends of when they're buying from us and when they're not buying from us, And it just takes a lot of time for us to kind of comb through that data and actually make sense of it. So through all of this, I'm switching between a CRM and ERP, maybe LinkedIn, spreadsheets, project management tools, all just different tools, different tabs where I'm spending a ton of time to find what I'm looking for. And if we're being honest, sales reps, we don't have a ton of time to really do that. So this has led to being a big problem for a lot of sales reps where they're not spending their time actually selling. They're just using their time to try to find the data that they're looking for and really make sense of it. So with that being the problem, if you go to the next slide, Chin, the solution is the Faye Agent Builder. So Faye Agent Builder, short for that is FAB, which we might refer to that throughout the demonstration today. FAB and the Faye Agent Builder really changes how sellers interact with this CRM. It really provides you with the insights. It provides you with what you need to know, when you need to know it in a format that you've really generated yourself. So kind of by our definition, the Faye Agent Builder is an AI tool built into Sugar, using pre-built and custom agents to surface focused insights drawn from live web data in any Sugar module. So how this works, if you go to the next slide, Chin, it's a module loadable package that we put into your Sugar environment that allows you to create your own agents inside of Sugar. You can leverage Sugar data in any module or any custom module that's available to you. And we also give you the ability to pull from external web sources as well. We give you the ability to kind of write your own prompts and provide and write really in the prompt what you want FAB or the Faye Agent Builder to return back to you based on what's going to be most helpful for your role. So we can do this at an individual record level, which Chin is going to show, where if we pulled up an account, it can give you a quick summary of all the recent communications, all the opportunities that you have with them, all of the products that they've purchased from you. But this also goes a step further than that, where we can also do database intelligence, where it can look at your entire Sugar instance. So we also give you the ability to create reports and then write prompts to pull specific data points out of those reports that could be actionable for you. The real beauty of this to me is that there's really no coding required. It's really easy to install the module loadable package, kind of write your own prompt based on what your objective is. Select the model that you would like to use. We have access to all of the LLM models that are out there that you could want to use. Test it, refine it, and really give you the insights that you're looking for really in real time. Okay, go to the next slide, Chin. So everything that I just covered, we actually covered on a webinar last month, or a workshop last month in a lot of great detail. But as we continue to evolve this product, we're obviously adding more features and functionality to it. So one of the more exciting features that we've just released recently is called the Faye Agent Builder Chat, or FAB Chat. So if you think about this in terms of just chatting with ChatGPT or with Claude, just think about that interface directly inside of the Sugar interface. So it's really agentless conversations where you're having freestyle communication with the FAB chat, and it's pulling from all of the data that you have inside of Sugar for you. So you can ask it questions like, what are my upcoming meetings? Tell me more about this account. And on top of that, Faye Agent Builder Chat can also create records for you. So if you ask it a question such as, show me a list of all the accounts that I haven't contacted in the last 30 days, you could also tell FAB Chat to create tasks for me to follow up with those specific accounts. And it actually is going to create the tasks directly in the chat, put them on your home dashboard for a sales rep, and then I would know that those are the tasks that I have to complete. So it's really seamless, again, 100% inside of the Sugar interface, and it gives you that ability to chat directly with it. So hopefully I painted the picture for what Chin is going to show within the demo. But Chin, I'll pass things over to you.
Great. Thank you. Welcome, everyone. So last month, for our first workshop, we really went into the core functionality of Faye Agent Builder. I want to step back and recap for people who are in attendance today that were not able to attend our last month's workshop. As Caleb mentioned, Faye Agent Builder comes with a set of preset agents or templates. It's roughly 20 of them right now, but you also have the ability to create your own custom templates. Let's take a example of what a template looks like. For a template, you will specify which modules you want the agent to look at, and then you will provide a prompt. And an example of this prompt is your purpose is to provide an account summary, consolidate customer details, take a look at recent activity, opportunities, risk, and then it provides a format in which you want to see the response. So you can either use these out of the box templates or you can create your own quite easily. After the agent template is created, you're able to see it when you're looking at the source module that you based it on. In this case, we are looking at a account record, so a customer record. And to your right, you're able to see all the various different agents that were built for the accounts module. When you're ready to run it, you simply click on Ask FAB. It then processes the request and you're able to see the response. We'll take a look at one of the more recent responses. In this case, we've asked this agent to identify upsell or cross-sell opportunities. It's taking a look at the account, all the sales and purchases history. And you can imagine you can get all of this sales and purchases history if you're integrating your sugar with your ERP application. A lot of our customers are integrating with either QuickBooks or Sage, Acumatica, NetSuite. They has all of those existing integrations available. So if you're bringing in that rich sales and invoice history, you can now have it do analysis and make recommendations on possible cross-sell or upsell opportunities based off that sales information. And this gives you just a really rich insight into the data. So clicking on Ask FAB is one way to run Faye Agent Builder for the specific record that I'm looking at. I can also click and run it from list view. So I have a filtered list right now of only my favorite accounts. But you can also do a list of accounts that are assigned to you. Click on the drop-down arrow action menu and click on Ask FAB. From here, you will now specify what template you will want to run. Select that template and then click on Ask FAB. It will run it for all of the records that are selected. As it's running, in the upper right-hand corner of your screen, you're able to see the FAB request progress. You can see what's running and what has been completed. And it completed them pretty quickly. And then you can easily, from looking at that, just go directly into those records and take a detailed look at the responses that were generated. So that's one way to look at FAB. FAB in this context is looking at this specific record in whatever preset related modules to give you a 360 view of what's happening with this account. However, a lot of our customers started asking, I want to take a look at all of my accounts, a better cross section of my accounts, not just one account at a time, and take into consideration multiple modules. And so we now have the ability to run FAB from reports. This is another agent that was created that's based off the reports module. I specified what reports I want it to take into consideration. These reports are based off purchases history, opportunities, product sales history, and so and again, it's looking at a cross section of reports, accounts. In this case, the prompt is your primary goal is to identify accounts for upsell opportunities and get ahead of churn for clients. So, which accounts can I possibly penetrate a little bit more? And which accounts are at risk? Just provide me that information and break out through final response into two categories. One is a list of upsell accounts, and then give me my churn accounts that are at risk. After you create your template, you're able to run FAB from the reports module. What you would do is select what reports again you want included in the analysis. Click on the drop down arrow action menu. Again, click on Ask FAB and then select the template and Ask FAB here. I'm going to take a look at a response that was already given. In this response, you can see that it provided the top upsell accounts and what opportunities you may be able to chase within that account. When it provides the list of accounts, everything that's in blue is a hyperlink, so I can easily click on it and it will go directly to that account. Used in conjunction with FAB that's running at the account level, I can also look at the account summarizer and get details on this specific account, whether it's a snapshot, recent activities, or key contacts. But again, this is only analyzing this specific account, whereas the report is looking at all of your accounts and now giving you insights on where you should focus your efforts. And again, since I requested that the agent provide churn opportunities, that's also displayed here. These are accounts that are at risk.
If I could add one thing here, Jen, I guess one of the, it might not be as clear and obvious here, but one of the things that we hear pretty often from our clients is how do we onboard kind of new sales reps quicker, and how do we get them to be very productive very fast? So oftentimes you would just maybe assign a list of accounts to a new sales rep, tell them, go out and get it. But you don't really know how quickly they're going to get up to speed, how well they're going to know your product, how well they're going to know, the relationship that you have with an account. So FAB, I think Faye Agent Builder is really one great way to feed a prompt inside of here that really tells the prompt everything about your company, how they should be selling, maybe key talking points that they can have, maybe icebreakers, something like that. And it could really feed that to that new sales rep to really help them hit the ground running and really tell them what they should be saying, help them get in their groove and help them start to sell more. So not really a use case that we that is kind of obvious about this, but I do think that just having Faye Agent Builder to be able to get new sales reps onboarded quicker so they're more productive, they're making themselves more money, they're making the company more money a lot faster is a great kind of value add to this. And hopefully that shows here as it's presenting like upsell opportunity accounts or churn accounts where you should build a relationship back with them.
Great. That's a great point, and that's also a great segue into our newest feature with FAB that I'm most excited about, which is FAB Chat. Let's take a look at FAB Chat now. FAB chat. So thus far, we've been looking at running Faye Agent Builder from predefined templates that either the templates that we've created and that come with the package or you've created yourself. Now we have FAB chat, which is a agentless communication and insights from FAB. So for the use case that Caleb just mentioned, we can ask, for example, FAB chat to help Fab ask FabChat to help onboard a new user. So we're going to take Will Weston. Imagine that he's a new sales rep, and I am the sales manager. And I asked FabChat, what activities should user Will Weston be focused on to grow sales revenue by 7% through 2026? Considering the accounts, leads, and opportunities are currently assigned to him. So with this, it's just, again, a free form chat. It's not a predefined template. You're just asking it a simple question. While it's actually generating the response and thinking through, trying to provide those recommendations, I want to just talk about what you see inside the chat menu. There's a number of tools. During the implementation of FAB, we'll kind of walk you through these tools, but just know that it comes with a set of tools such as fetching records, listing records, managing, creating records, running reports. You also have the ability to turn on or off, toggle on or off web search. You also have the ability to select what model you want to use to perform that task. All of the most popular and recent models are available, and we're always adding new models from Faye. With this, think of this Fab Chat as more of an executive type tool. You don't want to use it for something that you can easily run a report for. So you can always ask it, give me a list of my accounts. But is that the best use of FAB? Probably not. That's best suited for a report or a dashboard. This is, you actually want it to do some type of analysis that you can't easily get from a report. And it will be quite a bit of effort for you to get that answer. And the reason why you want to take in consideration what you use for the report versus Fab Chat is Fab Chat or AI in general, of course, there's a cost associated with it. It's spending tokens, and you want to use that wisely. So just being fiscally responsible, it's best to kind of divide using, again, the Agent Builder chat for more in-depth, detailed analysis. So as this is running, let's take a look at what's happening. It's thinking through some things. It's deciding exactly who is Will Weston and getting information on that user. Then it's taking a look at filtering records that are assigned to that particular user. So it filtered some opportunities, segmented your open opportunities. You can see that here I'm going through the thoughts process. Then it's again reviewing some user data, looking at opportunities again, excluding the closed deals. And as it's running, you will eventually see that it will provide the answer. It's taking a look at specific accounts as well. We're going to let this, again, I asked it a pretty broad question, and so it's going to take a little bit to think. If you narrow down your questions and provided more context, and for example, just say only look at open opportunities, crafting, it will provide a little more context, and it will focus on those things. But again, I asked it to look at the accounts, the leads, and the opportunities. And so it's taking a look at all of those different areas of the system. I'm going to allow this to finish. As Caleb also mentioned, it first came up with a growth plan that you can export to Excel, but it's still running code. You can, as it's running, you can also ask it to create records if you want. So I will ask it to create tasks after it provides the analysis. And then we will also see how the FAB chat can actually just analyze your sugar instance. It's not just only a tool for the sales rep, but even your IT team and someone that's onboarding in IT can also use it as well. Let's look at the response. It first provided an executive summary on where to target those efforts to get that 7% growth by the end of the year. It identified some opportunity gaps. Then it specified a pathway to meet those targets. Again, all of these are hyperlinks, so I can click on this to go directly to the account or an opportunity that's being referenced. It gives a strategic summary, prioritize the leads. And so you can see with this, Will has a good starting point on his first day of what he should do across not only the opportunities, the leads, which accounts, is really kind of a game plan for today on day one. I can then now ask FAB Chat, go ahead and create some tasks and assign those tasks to Will. So from here, I can copy this response in either markdown text or rich text and email it off to Will and just say, here you go, get started with this. And then I could have it create the task as well. So when he's logging into Sugar, he already sees the set of tasks on his dashboard. So once those tasks are created, he can see his task and just start working on them. The description will be, again, generated by FAB, telling him specifically what he should do and when, as well as a due date. If you want to see your prior chats, you simply click on your chat history and it will show you all of your prior chat and things that you've asked it to do, so you don't lose that history. The last point that I want to point out is you can actually see the cost, the spend of your chat here. So right below your response is actually how much it cost. So in this case, for this chat, it was roughly 12 cents. You can easily just cost justify to see, hey, if I was doing this manually, was it worth it? Or having FAB do the work for me. And that is FAB and FAB Chat. I'm going to take it back to you, Kate.
Cool. Thank you, Chen, for going through that. Yeah, if there are any other use cases anyone has in terms of like a prompt to write for accounts or opportunities, or a prompt to write off of reports to get kind of the data that you're looking for, we're happy to walk through that with you individually on a one-off, kind of demo. So feel free to reach back out to us if you want to test it out a little bit, just to see if it could work for you and provide the value that you're looking for. So really, path to get started. Like I said at the beginning, it is very quick and easy to get started with this. So once you purchase Faye Agent Builder, there is a module loadable package that we would just put into your Sugar environment. You would have to enter a credit card information for monthly consumption, because every time that you would ask FAB, there would be a small consumption cost based off of the prompt that you've written and based on the model that you've selected. You do have the ability to set limits on this as well inside of Sugar itself. So you can set like a daily limit of $20 or a monthly limit of $500, just to make sure that you're not going crazy with the costs and you get a big bill at the end of each month. And at any point, really in real time, you can see exactly what you've spent in terms of the consumption. So our recommendation would just be to start with one FAB agent based on a specific problem that you're looking to solve. Part of purchasing FAB through Faye, we give you some consulting hours and some training up front on how to prompt it correctly and which model that you should potentially use to return the best results. So once you've kind of mastered that one FAB agent, then we can kind of expand into additional agents, additional modules in reports in FAB chat. So really, from start to finish, it's typically just a couple days to really get you up and running and using it day to day. So with that, I think we started a little bit late and we did end a little bit early, but hopefully the content here was helpful for you, so you could see the power in FAB. I guess before we sign off, I guess just wanted to check to see if there were any questions here that came in from the audience. So there is one question. I might need your assistance with this one, Chin.
Okay.
So are all FAB connected CRMs feed the AI model as an interconnected model, or is our data kept independently from the models? For example, how do we protect our data from getting fed to other FAB AI models?
Oh,
So go ahead if you wanted to take that, Chin.
yeah, that's really a great question. All of your data resides only within Sugar. So whether you're Sugar on demand or you're Sugar self-hosted, we never use your data to train any models. Um, and also all of your data only resides within FAB, within Sugar. It does not go outside. There's a call, but again, we're not training any models with your data, and the responses all reside within Sugar.
Awesome. Thanks, Jen. And great question. I think you kind of answered the other question that we have here, Chin, but another question came in around if FAB is available for on-premise customers. The answer is yes. It is available for on-premise customers as well as cloud customers of Sugar. There's one other question. It was, are there any limits for like the number of agents that you can create inside of FAB? The answer is no. There's really no limit to the number of agents that you can create. As Chin did point out, we give you access to I think there's about 10 to 20 or so like agents templates that we've kind of already built that we've found to be successful with other clients. But you have the ability to create really an unlimited number of FAB agents inside of templates inside of Sugar. And I think those are all the questions that we had. But yeah, I guess to wrap things up, and we thank you all for your time and walking through the workshop today. If anyone has any questions around specific use cases, if you have any kind of ideas or feedback for cool things to kind of add to the products, feel free to pass those along to us. We'll definitely take those into consideration. But I believe we'll probably send out the recording for this. But again, thanks everyone for your time. I hope everyone has a great rest of the day. Thanks, Jen.
Take care.